I'm the second affirmative speaker, and I'll start with my opponent's first claim that they're obviously extremists on both sides of the rebellion. However, the only reason, or one of the main reasons that there are so many extremists on the side of the rebels is because they don't have anywhere else to go. Basically, the rebels are getting support from Islamists because they're the easiest way of getting weapons. According to an article in McClatchy newspapers, military analysts who closely follow the war say that Gulf states and individual donors have been backing the Nusra Front, which is basically like an Al-Qaeda ally that's in Syria, which the U.S. government has labeled as a terrorist group identical to Al-Qaeda in Iraq, and similar groups because of their effectiveness. More moderate rebel groups have said that they've been starved for support. A senior State Department official briefing reporters Saturday said a provincial military commander with thousands under his command said recently that he had to rely on donations obtained by his troops from family and friends because the leader of the Rebel Coalition wasn't able to provide. And he also said that your help to Salim Idris, which is the leader of the rebels, isn't going fast enough. The official quoted the commander as saying, "How do I tell my guys to wait for stuff from Salim Idris? And don't take the money from that business guy who's backed by an Islamist network." So basically, because they have nowhere else to go, they're going to go to the Islamists who want to help them so that they can get a foothold in this war. Furthermore, Idris, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right, but he made a lengthy presentation at a meeting of foreign ministers in the UN last weekend. And he assured the ministers that he would provide a full account of everything that they provide to him, and told reporters, and Kerry, who is the Secretary of Defense, told reporters everyone was impressed by the strength and clarity of the Idris presentation, and said that the Syrian general could not have been more clear about his determination to separate what he and the opposition are doing from what some of the radical and extreme elements are doing. So basically that's saying that the rebels don't necessarily want to have strong Islamist ties, but they don't have any other options at the moment. And then my opponent's next claim, he said that they should have gone for a more peaceful approach. Well, unfortunately they didn't, and here we are now, so that's not relevant. And secondly, he said that the Assad regime is Shia. They're actually Alawite, which is a branch of Shia, which is an extreme minority in Syria. So really it's a minority controlling everyone else. So they're being, one of the major problems was that they were being discriminative towards the majorities. And then one of the last points that he made was that you can't control where the military aid is going to go. And my response to that is there have been multiple negotiations with the rebels, and according to another article from McClatchy newspapers, in a move intended to turn support to Islamist extremists who now play a leading role in the Syrian uprising, the United States, Turkey, and key Gulf allies this weekend agreed to funnel future military aid only through the internationally recognized Syrian rebel coalition. In the same article, all 11 countries at the Istanbul meeting made a commitment to direct the military aid and assistance directly and uniquely solely through the Supreme Military Command, headed by General Salim Idris, a former Syrian army general who defected last July. Kerry told reporters Sunday, this may be one of the most important single things that was agreed to and that can make a difference in the situation on the ground. So there are significant efforts are being made to control where these weapons are going. And then lastly, my opponent said that we should not assume their trust. And obviously we can't know for sure. You never really can. But based on the fact that they are going to, if assuming that they overthrow the regime, they're going to be a new country that's going to need a lot of help. Whoever is helping them on the ground fighting against the Assad regime will play a significant role in the creation of their new government. And if we're not there and we allow groups like Al-Nusra and Al-Qaeda and other Islamist groups to be the primary source for weapons and for help and for support, then they're going to be the primary source for creating a new government in Syria. And that's it.